What's good?
What's good, man?
Man, if people don't know right now, this is the time to let people know who you are, what you do, and, just fill people in a little bit about, your background, where you're from, your family you come from, and schools you went to growing up.
All right, my name is Vic Carter. I am an entrepreneur, I would say. I'm a serial entrepreneur, a creator. From Denver. I was born in Ohio, East Side Denver. I went to all my schools on the East Side, Ebert, Cole. I went to East for like a cup of coffee. I went to Manual for like all my high school years. I didn't graduate, but I went to Manual all my high school years. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm from. What was the rest of the question?
That was pretty much it. You tied everything into that one. So I was gonna ask you next, what was it like for you as a boy growing up in Colorado and then transitioning into a man? What has that experience been like for you out here?
Man, good and bad, because I've had a lot of, good and bad experiences. Like as a kid, I was always a bigger kid, so I was always getting picked on and bullied as a youngster. Then I started hanging with them gangbangers and kind of developed a little edge to myself, and that shit stopped. I would say that shit stopped. So I feel like, yeah, but you kind of still have those scars from being bullied as a kid. You kind of carry them into adulthood. You kind of have them little self-consciousness issues going on.
Yeah.
But growing from a boy to a man out here it's been interesting. Like it's been very interesting. I had a lot of good influences in my life, males and females, and that kind of shaped and molded me to who I am today.
Absolutely. And speaking of influence, what was it like growing up not having a father in your life and, kind of, having to learn how to be a man and navigate, with just you and, your mom and your sisters around? What was that like?
When it comes to like manhood, honestly, bro, I'm just winging it.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what feels right. I'm doing what feels right to me. I'm doing what makes other people happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know the basis, the outline of a man. You know what I mean? So I try to apply that, but I still do it my own way.
Yeah.
I'm not a cookie cutter ass man. I'm very interesting. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, I winged it. I figured it out myself. I've had positive male influences, but they weren't in my life like a father, or I even had uncles, but they weren't like in my life on the daily to mold me and teach me shit like how to tie a tie. I don't know how to tie a tie. I don't know how to tie a tie.
I don't either, bro. Being honest with you.
Like I learned how to ride a bike by myself. I learned how to tie my shoes. I learned I learned how to wash my balls. Like I learned how to do all that shit by myself. And I've learned even how to treat the opposite sex by myself, or really just growing up in a household and a family full of females. I know what not to do. You know what I mean? So it kind of helped me in my personal romantic relationships. But it's been interesting, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's very common that there's men without father figures in the house full of women forced to be the man and don't know what the fuck they doing. They just winging it.
Exactly. Yeah, it can really be tough, growing up in an environment like that, and then trying to learn how to operate in your masculinity opposed to what you've been around, a lot of femininity in life, and trying to learn how to be a provider, how to be a protector, and things like that. So you've definitely done a great job at that. And
appreciate it,
with that being said, now the question is, who or what has been your biggest inspiration in life up to date?
I would say, and just everything I do, because I kind of feel like all I have, my mom has been my biggest inspiration. Okay. Because everything I do when it comes to like music, creating video content, just everything I do to generate revenue is really the ultimate goal of taking care of my mom.
Yeah.
Like that's my motivation in all this shit. Taking care of my mom, taking care of the wife that I don't have, taking care of the kids that I don't have. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's really taking care of my mom. That's my number one person right now.
Yeah.
So.
And For the people out there that don't really know much about, you know, when you started music, talk to us a little bit about when your journey with music started and what was your actual mindset behind creating your very first album.
Ooh,
and what was your biggest takeaway too?
Biggest takeaway too. All right. I started music. I've always written music probably since middle school. Yeah. Probably even elementary school, even since like 5th grade. I started with poetry, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I started writing stories, like very detailed stories. Like I always had like an A in like writing class and language arts and shit because I could really paint a picture of my stories, like detailed as fuck. Yeah. Then that kind of transitioned to drawing pictures. Then that transitioned to writing rhymes when my cousin moved out here. He was like my biggest influence when it comes to like getting into music because he was already a rapper. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm about to just take my story writing skills and my literal skills to paint a picture because I could paint like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And I'm just about to put that in the rhymes. So that shit was just, it was like a match made in heaven. He motivated me to start that. But I didn't actually start recording music until a relationship, the only relationship I've ever been in ended. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always writing throughout the relationship, but when she broke up with me, it was like I have nothing else to love. Like I need something else to pour myself into because my whole life was centered around this woman. Like I really don't remember my life before this woman, you know what I mean? So my life was revolving around this woman leaves me and I need something else to obsess over. I need something else to love and mold and build up. Mm-hmm. And shout out to my nigga G, nigga capital G, Gary Simmons, my brother for life. I'll never forget, he called me and he said he was at the studio because he knew I rapped, but I just never recorded a song. Yeah. He knew I rapped. He said, come down here and get on this song. And that was like, that changed the trajectory of my whole fucking life, bro. Man. I went down there to Infamous Jones' house, shout out to Jones, and I recorded my first song. Then I turned into like my first 5 songs. Then I just ended up putting together my first album, which is Self-Loyalist Volume 1. Hey. And that was 2012, so 11 years ago. That was 2012. And the mindset behind that was just say as much as I can on any beat I can. Like I didn't have like no beat selection skills. I just like, oh, that beat's fire. They be all different genres, different sounds. I'm like, I'm about to just write some dope shit to it and go down here and record it because I got a hub to record and I'm about to go down here and record it. So it really didn't have no vision. It just had like, just pour your heart out and get it out of you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of was the vision for probably album 1 and 2, maybe even 3. No, 3 was Monster of Love. So yeah, 1 and 2 was just pour it all out, say how you feel, and basically learn how to rap while rapping. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was like development albums. Okay, nice. So, you know, speaking about you becoming an artist, you also made a transition into becoming an engineer. How did you learning the skill of engineering affect the overall creativity of your music and the direction of your music as an artist? That really, like I said, the first albums was just finding beats and, you know what I'm saying, writing a dope rhyme to it and just record it and put it out because show everybody you a rapper, you know what I mean? Once I became an engineer, and shout out to 800 the Jewel, shout out to Mario Mayhall, aka Kang Mojo, shout out to Infamous Jones. Them is the 3 people who showed me how to engineer. Nice. And they didn't even show me hands-on. I just stood over their shoulder and watched what they was doing. Okay. Then bought my own equipment and started recording my own shit. But just having that freedom, becoming an engineer and having that freedom and the tools and the access to the tools in your own house, it gave me time, you know what I'm saying? It gave me time to develop my sound, to find the right beats. At other people's studios, you kind of feel rushed to kind of put together a project and, you know, get it on there. Maybe your vocals ain't how you want them that day, right? But you pay for the studio time, so you got to go and get that shit done. Exactly. But when you at the house and you engineering your own shit, you can take your time. You can work on one song for a week and make it perfect. Yeah. So becoming an engineer helped my sound. It helped me really find myself. Yeah. It helped me dig deeper. Like it helped me pull shit out from the depths of my heart. Yeah. Because I'm in here by myself and I'm writing and I'm crying. I'm like, I shouldn't put this on the song. Man, fuck what they think. Put this on the song, you know what I mean? Like this deep ass shit, you know what I mean? And it helped me with my beat selection. It helped me with my cadence. It helped me with my voice. My voice got deeper. My voice got slower. I stopped trying to rap fast. I just started talking to them, you know what I'm saying? I started singing a little bit, like in my background vocals. I can't sing, but I started singing a little bit like in my background vocals, and I just started doing shit that I would have been too shy to do at another person's studio, because I was always, you got that fat boy syndrome, so you're always worried about what the other motherfucker think about you. Like it's already, you look away that you don't think it's appealing. You don't want to go sounding away, you know. That's not appealing too. That's a double whammy. So I was able to develop that in here, and shout out to this space right here that we in. Like this created my sound.
Ruby's Kitchen.
Like for real, Ruby's Kitchen created my sound, created everything about me when it comes to music. And I have a sound that sounds like no one else. You can't compare me to nobody. My voice might be similar to Trader Truth's, but that subject matter ain't. You know what I mean? Like it's different. It's special. The melodies ain't, the beats ain't the same. Like there's only one Vic Carter. So that was an impact on engineering. It really made me an artist.
Oh yeah, definitely. So tell us a little bit about what your biggest song was that you made, and you know, how did that have an impact on the trajectory of your music career?
Biggest song that I made, I did a song with Bibiana. Friend Zone, on Monster Love Volume 2, on cause it was a double disc on disc 1. And that shit was amazing, because it was a pop song, but I got that voice that I can get on any song. So she sang the hook and did like the last verse, and I just bodied the verses and shit, and like people took to it. Like it's still like my highest rated like official music video that we shot. It's like that song came out special, so I say that's my biggest song. But I feel like my favorite song I've ever done was called Evil. And that's on Eastside Fuzzy Cuzzy, the first one. And shout out to my nigga TJ Dies, my tattoo artist, to give me the name Eastside Fuzzy Cuzzy. It's a long, but it's a short, stupid story about it. But you know what I'm saying? He gave me the name Eastside Fuzzy Cuzzy, and I just made 3 albums out of that shit. But Evil is probably my favorite song I ever did, because I'm pouring my heart out. And I remember the day I recorded it, like everything I'm talking about in the song kind of happened that day. You know what I mean? It was just pure feelings, man. I was entering a new world of people are taking notice to my music. People are starting to like me, and I'm not used to nobody liking me or paying attention to me. So Evil was like, I don't know if they got ulterior motives. They really love me, type shit. And I just feel like I'm surrounded by evil, and that was the basis of that song. So Friend Zone and Evil. Friend Zone is my biggest. Evil is probably my favorite. Fuck All My Whole Homies is a big one too. Every time somebody hear it, they go crazy.
I love that one.
Issues, that should go crazy. Hard. Niggas one of the issues, I'm gonna bring it to them. that should go crazy. Mystique, everyone loves Mystique. But I feel like Friend Zone is my biggest song that I could play at any time, in any era, at any place, and they be like, who is this? You know what I'm saying?
So when you speak about stepping into a new world, you know, your last album dropped this year in 2023 called The Last Vibe.
The Last Vibe.
What led to you making the decision that, you know what, this has been how many years in the making now?
23 albums, so maybe 13 years.
13 years in the making. And now it's the time to wrap it up. Why?
I'm wrapping it up like when it comes to albums, because it's my Jordan album. It's a significant number, like, because you know the Jordan year. I've been dropping the album every year for the last 12, 11 years. You know what I'm saying? And recording since for 13, or writing, putting shit together for like 13 years. So I feel like I've been investing a whole lot of money into these albums, a whole lot of resources into these albums. You know what I mean? And I feel like my return on investment hasn't been as high as desired. It's one thing when you put out 1-2 albums and you're like, I'll put out 23 of them motherfuckers. Like 23 every year consistently. I'm dropping something. I'm always in the studio, and like they see me, they watching the videos, they sharing my shit. Like but it's just the rap dream didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And another dream came about also. You know what I mean? To where I'm like, I could put this rap shit on the back burner while I could still do it, but I don't have no intentions on putting together no more albums. I'll drop a single, I'll hop on a feature, like whatever you need from my voice. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And that's forever. But when it comes to like putting together full projects, The Last Vibe is truly The Last Vibe. And that's pretty much what led to it.
You in this day and age, you never know if your music can actually resurface. We see that a lot on TikTok nowadays. You know, a lot of artists like CeeLo Green, one of his old songs are trending right now, popping. You know, and it's like, that's one of the the coolest things about this era of music is that you have such a wide platform where people can always discover you at any moment in time.
Exactly.
And the music can resurface and people can go back and look like, dude, this guy's been out for years now, 13 years, and nobody's known about him. Like look at how many albums he's dropped.
And that's
kind of similar to E40. He was a little known already, but E40's got so many projects, and when you go back to his catalog, it's just like, wow, I didn't even know that he dropped all of this. So
then he dropped Tell Me When to Go. Then all of a sudden, everybody know who E40 is. Like, man, we grew up on E40. Like, that was my first favorite rapper, literally.
Man.
So I definitely understand. I got some songs on The Last Vibe that all it takes is that one viral video, that one, that one set of ears. That one spin at the radio, that the motherfuckers go up, and that's the Miami song is crazy. So like I got a lot of them.
So shifting from the end of your music career, where does Ruby Jean originate from, and how did it come to be?
So Ruby Jean originally Ruby Jean is my granny's name, but the original vision behind Ruby Jean was a label. You know what I'm saying? Like Ruby Jean Music, Ruby Jean Inc. Like I was gonna put all that shit, Ruby Jean Entertainment on the end of it, but it just sounded better just Ruby Jean. So Ruby Jean originally was the label that I was releasing all my projects under, like even my most recent one, released under Ruby Jean. So it was a musical label, then it just evolved to a bunch of other things. You know?
So speaking more about Ruby Jean, the elephant, you have that as your trademark symbol for your brand.
For everything.
Where did that inspiration come from, and why does that mean so much to you?
So Ruby Jean, my granny was the matriarch of our family, so that's pretty much the elephant. You know what I'm saying? The crown that's on the elephant logo represents, she was the queen of the family. She's the root of the tree type shit. So Ruby Jean's the matriarch, and on some other personal note, back to like when kids used to call me like fat as an elephant. You know what I'm saying? It's calling me like derogatory things related to elephants, but I'm like, the elephant is really the fucking true king of the jungle. Like lions can't fuck with an elephant, nothing in the motherfucking safari can fuck with an elephant. And let it be a family of elephants, you better just get the fuck out of the way. Like for real.
It's a stampede coming.
Like for real. Like, and they don't gotta do much to knock your ass off. So that's where it came from. Ruby Jean being the matriarch, me being called that, and it just turned out to be my favorite animal and being the king of the jungle.
So tell us a little bit about what it was like for you to become a first-time business owner in your family.
Man, I couldn't call nobody. I couldn't I couldn't be like, hey, Unc, nobody knew. So I didn't know. So it came with a whole lot of fucking stress, a whole lot of worry, a whole lot of, I'm gonna fail. Damn, I'm gonna fail. Like it came with a whole lot of that, and it was like no one to turn to. I had to slowly build up my resources, my connects, my family outside of my family, because nobody in my family that I know of had an official business like the LLC and going through the paperwork and opening the business checking accounts and like keeping up with all that shit. Like no one ever did that. They looking like, you on your own with that one, buddy. Like,
you feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know, and I didn't know. I was just winging the shit. Like just like manhood question. I'm just winging this shit.
Figuring it out.
And I think I figured it out, but I got a lot more to learn. Like a whole lot more. I fuck up all the time, be honest.
Hey, and you know, it comes with the process, you know, because we're not perfect, but in our imperfections, we learn how to work to progression, right? You know, to get things together. You know, it's usually when we crash and burn that we're able to, you know, realize the true value in something and then start, you know, being more intentional about those second attempts that we take at it, right?
Yes, sir. And so, I've definitely crashed and burned multiple times. Yeah. I got a whole metaphorical or symbolic scrapyard in my backyard of times I done crashed and burned in different vehicles that I built up and they just didn't work out. Yeah. I got a backyard full of spaceships, bro. Like, shit that just didn't make it to the moon. Man. But I'm always building another one.
You feel me?
Oh yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about what the mission statement behind Ruby Jean is. Like, what's the end goal for Ruby Jean?
The end goal for Ruby Jean now is, now that it's transitioning from being a label, I'm going to repurpose it into a holdings company. Okay. Plain and simple. Ruby Jean's going to be the top of the motherfucking umbrella. I don't mean to cussing like that, but Ruby Jean's going to be the top of the umbrella that holds VICUALS Multimedia, that holds Ruby Jean Clothing, and that holds any other company I put under it, like Jeans Transport. That was a trucking company. That's another spaceship in my backyard that crashed and burned. Yeah. But it was a trucking company that I had started with the homie that just didn't go right for one reason or another. But you know, I can always throw a new engine in that bitch and shoot it back up there and see what it do. Yeah. But the Ruby Jean is gonna be the holdings company for all the other companies. Okay. So it's gonna be the boss company.
Nice. Sounds pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
So speaking a little bit about, you know, starting up your first business and, you know, things like that, you transition into becoming, you know, a merchandiser, selling clothes and, you know, putting the elephant on t-shirts, hoodies, things like that.
This one kind of dirty.
You feel me? But what was that like for you now, transitioning from being so used to being in the world of music, so used to just, you know, trying to figure it out to start up your first business with Ruby Jean? How was it like to transition into now, you know, going into the fashion world and starting up Ruby Jean Clothing?
Well, I would say that hip hop or music in general and fashion go hand in hand. Yeah. So it's like you can't have one with the other. Like half of hip hop and the image related to hip hop is the fashion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was a natural transition. It really was. This is the logo of the label, you know what I mean? And I put it on the hoodie one time. I'm like, damn, that's dope. Bam, Ruby Jean Clothing, just like that. Yeah. That's how it happened. Like I put it on one fucking hoodie. I had a vinyl cutter and a heat press, and I put it on one hoodie. It's a little crooked, but I put it on there and I looked at it like, people will buy that. This is hard. Started wearing and people was like, hey, where you get that from? I'm like, this is one-on-one. Yeah. And started thinking about it like, Ruby Jean Clothing, duh, easy. RJC. Yeah. Ruby Jean Carter, my granny, RJC. Like,
makes all the sense in the world.
That was meant to be. And I kind of just, when people started buying the hoodies, I started putting it on everything. I started making new logos, and I just dove into that shit and went crazy with it. Yeah. And right now it's kind of on a hiatus because I'm rebranding it, and I'm about to just go. I'm about to just go crazy with it in a whole new light. It's still gonna be Ruby Jean, but it's gonna be, well, by the time this come out, it's gonna be Ruby Jean Coat Company. Okay. So instead of clothing, instead of these t-shirts, we transition into hoodies, jackets, heavy coats, beanies, fucking the scarves, the earmuffs, like winter wear. Yeah. Like we're gonna do all winter wear, then we're gonna do all the workout wear for the ladies. That's it. Nothing in between.
Because that was going to be my next question, actually. You know, like, where did you originally get the idea to start off with like t-shirts and things like that, instead of starting off with maybe designing suits or, you know, getting into, you know, high fashion or whatever? Like, what gave you the inspiration to say, you know what, I'm going to make t-shirts, hats, you know, casual things that fit the vibe of, you know, maybe music, your music career, you know, like you mentioned, or, you know, the community that you came from? Like, what started that?
Really, Cause I was wearing shit. I just started putting on stuff that, you know what I'm saying, I wore. Like, I wear t-shirts. I wear the fitteds and the snapbacks. I wear the beanies. I wear the shit. So it started off with putting on clothes that you will wear, because you're gonna be the first model, you're gonna be the mascot, it's your company. So just put it on stuff that you wear, and people who wear this type of stuff that you wear gonna gravitate to it. Like, nigga, I like them sweats. Can I get some sweats? And it just grows from there. So that was really the motivation. It was all clothes that I wore myself, and people, like-minded people, just like, I want a slice of that. Then it kind of expanded to stuff I don't wear, but I'm like, I know this will look good on certain people, and they started buying it up. But yeah, it was really, I wear t-shirts, I'm throwing on t-shirt. Yeah,
I feel that's very important and very, you know, powerful as a business owner out there. You know, anything you sell, I believe that you should have a personal passion for the products that you're putting out, because if it's something you don't relate to, you know, it's so hard for other people to actually relate to something you don't find interest in, you don't find value in, you know?
And that's where a lot of motherfuckers fail when it comes to this clothing line shit. They don't have real passion for the clothes or whatever product they pushing. They don't have passion for it. It's just a quick money grab for them, and they never grab the money. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have the passion with it. You gotta really love this shit. You gotta really be into this shit. You can't just throw a logo on a shirt and be like, hey, I got a brand. I don't even wear it, but you know, here, like, you gotta live and breathe that shit. You gotta dedicate time to it. Like, money grabs do not work when it comes to shit like this.
It don't.
Because they want quality, they want passion, they want the story behind it, they want where it's going in the future, they want to know what the hell they buying. Like, granted, you could put your logo on a simple t-shirt like this and they buy it, but they buying this logo, they invested in this logo, they invested in you. So you know what I'm saying, they want to know where it's going, where it came from. You know what I'm saying, where can they find it? Well, am I gonna be part of history by buying this shit, or I'm just giving a nigga $30 for a shirt? That's gonna shrink as soon as I put it in the washer one time. You know what I mean? That's important. Like, am I paying niggas $30 for a $10 Gen X shirt? Like, if I am, I want to know, like, I want to be behind this logo. I want to, like I said before, like, I want to be invested in the logo. So even if it's right now you put it on cheap shirts, that's cool, because I know it's gonna go someplace, and I know I got an original. Even if it shrink on me, I'm gonna keep that motherfucker because I got the original Ruby Jean shirt. You know what I mean? So it takes a lot of passion, like, really to get your brand off the ground, because you got to believe in that shit. You got to live that shit. You don't live that shit, they gonna seek that shit out. They gonna sort it out and go, oh yeah, you ain't about that shit, you just want my money. So
it's so much more than just having resources and things like that. You got to become the resource. You have to become the product. You have to become the investor and everything. But speaking on investing, how long did it take you to find a vendor, you know, that, you know, was reliable? And also, how long did it take for you to build a website that was functional, that can actually, you know, maintain everything that you were trying to sell online?
All right, so, a two-part question. The vendor, I still haven't found a reliable vendor. I still haven't. This Ruby Jean Clothing been going since 2017. And I still haven't found someone that's reliable, consistent, have quality garments, you know what I'm saying, good turnaround, good quality stitching, pressing, whatever I need for said product. I still haven't found that. So I'm still on a journey, which is another reason why I'm on a hiatus with the brand and rebuilding, you know, the clothing line to co-company, because I feel like I have a better result finding companies that have quality coats that I can invest in. So I'm still on the search of finding a good, solid, consistent connection with Ruby Jean Clothing or Ruby Jean Coat Company. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the websites and stuff, shout out to Mario Salazar, flawless website design. He built my apps, he built the websites, he made it so seamless. Like, dude's a genius. If you ever need a website or a mobile app built, hit up Mario Salazar on Facebook or hit up Flawless Website Design. That dude's amazing, and like, he really cares about his shit, and he really cares about the customer, and I've been having websites with Mario since 2016. Before Ruby Jean Clothing was even a thing, it was just a Vic Carter music website was the first website he built. And we converted that to the Ruby Jean Clothing website, which is about to be converted to the Ruby Jean Coat Company website. All with Mario, like that's been my guy. Solid. He make logos, he do all that shit. So hit up him. But that's how I was able to build a website. He built that motherfucker. He just showed me how. He taught me how to run it, like on the background and shit, and I can add my own things to it. Then he built the websites. He built the apps.
Solid.
Shout out to Mario.
Yeah, shout out to Mario. He made my company logo as well. So definitely he's reliable. So now transitioning from the music and clothing, you begin to add another layer of skill and expertise to your craft by learning videography, photography, and editing. What inspired that decision to learn those skills that ultimately led to the creations of VICUALS Multimedia Company?
Being cheap. being cheap. I ain't even gonna lie. I was in a situation where I wasn't doing the clothing line super heavy at the time. I had just kind of got that off the ground. I was still rapping. I was still, you know, putting out albums and stuff. And shout out to Johnny J Visuals. He's the last person who shot a full music video for me.
Nice.
So he shot Fuck All My Old Homies. And at that video shoot, I asked him, like, man, what are you shooting with? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I want to start shooting some shit too. And I told him, like, cause the intention was I was just gonna shoot my own videos. I was gonna put the camera on a tripod like this and just rap in front of the camera. And like in $100 16s, that's where $100 16 started. And $100 16s is Asha Renee's platform now. So shout out to Asha Renee. I had to make sure I mentioned her, but it's her platform now. I passed it to her. But that was the original goal when I got my first camera, was to shoot $100 16s to get my music out there a different way. So I asked Johnny J at the video shoot for Fuck All My Old Homies what he had. He had a Sony A6400 at the time and a 30mm lens. I still got both of those. He told me the gimbal he had. At that time, I was working a trucking job. I was a high pro trucking. That was 2019. They fired me on some bullshit. I wouldn't drive a broke truck. Like, who wants to drive a broke truck? Nobody. Who wants to risk their life in the mountains with a truck with a fucking hole in the radiator? So they fired me, so I said no. I was like, fuck it, fuck y'all. Cashed out my 401k. Got the camera. It was like 900. Got the gimbal. Got the lens like a week later, because, you know, waiting on that final check. Motherfuckers that fired me. Got that shit in 2019 and just went dummy. I was shooting $100 16s, then I started shooting other, like, this little shit, like I'm gonna take the camera and I'm gonna put it up against these little fixtures on the table and just just test, like, you know what I'm saying, my stability in my hands and getting dynamic shots, and I just fell in love with it. And I wasn't shooting nobody but myself. I shot my first music video of myself. It was a blue video with me, Chuck, and Tay was in the video, and we shot that motherfucker in here against this black backdrop, a whole music video in with the color blue. Like, it was dope as fuck. Shot it in here. I'll make sure I put that on the screen or something. So motherfucker saw that. Shout out to ASAP. He's the first person to be like, man, will you shoot me a video? I'm like, man, I don't shoot. I ain't no damn videographer, bro. He's like, nigga, you shooting videos. Like, I ain't a videographer. He's like, man, shoot me a video. Like, all right, nigga, come on. Video was trash to me. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what I could do now, it was trash to me. But it was Christmas 2019 was the first time I shot a whole music video for somebody else. And that was ASAP's song called Pain, and we shot it right across the street, under the street light. And I shot another one for him probably like 2 weeks later, and I was featured on the song. Then Alfredo, his name was Alfredo LB at the time, he hit me up. And he was like, will you shoot me a video? How much you charge? I'm like, damn, how much do I charge? I ain't never, ask me how much do I charge? Man, give me $100. I wasn't confident in my craft, man. Like, give me $100. And that was the first time I got paid for a video. So shout out to Alfredo LB. We had a little riff here recently, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna iron that shit out like grown men. But shout out to Alfredo LB, because when I sent him back that video, this is the fourth video I shot. I shot 3 for ASAP, then 1 for him. The first one getting paid. He said, man, that ain't a visual, bro. That's a victual. And I was like, man, light bulb. Light bulb, nigga. So shout out to Alfredo LB. He gave me the name Victuals.
Nice.
Instead of visual, Victuals. And he was my first paying customer. And that shit just went crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it was just non-stop. Once this video came out, everybody started hitting me up because the price was low and I was still learning. Mm-hmm. Quality got better, skill got better, price went up, and they just kept on coming.
Yeah.
As of now, I probably shot over 300 music videos since 2019.
Wow.
And that's not even counting like all the projects I do on the side, all the original shows. It's just strictly music videos.
Yeah.
Over 300.
Putting in that work. So talk to us a little bit about what Victuals specialize at and what people can expect when they're paying for your services.
Shit. All right, so when it comes to music videos, Victuals specialty is cinematic. Like, come with a plot. If you want, like, I prefer acting scenes and like I want to make a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, you want to perform. It's cool, but we gotta have a point. I don't want to shoot the video where niggas just waving guns in front of the screen. You know what I'm saying? I want to shoot the video where the main character wakes up and he gets out the bed and brushes his teeth and like, I want to shoot a movie. I want to shoot some shit that'll captivate the audience and keep them coming back and keep them watching this shit again because they might have missed something because they took their eyes off the screen for a split second to, you know, check a text how they did on my watching shit. So I specialize in cinematic shit. I could do all the crazy effects, but I prefer not to because that's not my style. There's people out here who could do that way better than me. And if that's what you want, I would definitely refer you to them because in this videography shit, ain't no competition. Everybody got their specialty. You send people to the right place if you really care about music and art as a whole. I'ma send motherfuckers to Hey A1 because he does crazy effects. I'ma send motherfuckers to Johnny J if he could do some shit that I can't do. But Johnny J was low-key my mentor when it comes to videography. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who I learned everything from. And he younger than me. But he was my mentor when it comes to videography. But I'm sending people to places that's better than me if I can't perform what y'all asking of me. So my specialty when it comes to music videos is cinema. You know what I'm saying? Let's make a movie. Let's make it look crisp. Let's make it look dope as fuck. Let's make it emotional. Let's make the audience cry.
You feel me?
And just sprinkle a little blood in there, make it dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle a little violence in there, make the camera shake. Like, just make it like a fucking movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like that's what I specialize when it comes to music videos. But I've recently, I don't say recently, it's been about 2 years.
Yeah.
The original shows is where I'm really excelling at. Shows like Go Talk and shit. This show right here was good. Like, those are becoming quickly the trademark of Victuals. The short films, the short reels, the Goat Talks, the What's Good, the brand bosses, the $100 16s. Shout out to Asha again. She gonna like that. Shout out to everybody who's really performed on Goat Talk too, man, because I have the biggest musical platform in Colorado. And I would look right into the camera and say, Goat Talk is the biggest music platform in Colorado. That gold mic is untouchable. We have over, I think we shot our 129th episode. So there's no platform in Colorado who's, I'm gonna say musically in general, who has 129 episodes. So we the biggest musical platform in Colorado. And it's not even no cocky shit. I just continue to work, continue to market. Anybody who asks to be a part of it, I didn't discriminate. I don't care what your music sound like, because what I don't like, somebody else is gonna like. I don't care what you look like. We've had gay people on there. I've booked trans artists. Like, anyone has been part of it. R&B, rock, you know what I'm saying? We've had fucking all female sessions. Like, Goat Talk is the biggest thing in Colorado, and it's gonna go down in history. When and if it ever stop, it will always be remembered as a staple out here.
Yeah. So that was like, you kind of answered the question a little bit, but that was kind of my question next is, you know, what has Victuals' overall impact been on the state of Colorado and just in the world of media as well? Like, what's been going on with that?
I think, like I say Goat Talk is the biggest platform in Colorado, but but 75% of the people in Colorado don't know Goat Talk is me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Goat Talk is just Goat Talk, and which is cool because it's still me. You know what I'm saying? I know it's me, but so it's still cool. But I think VICUALS overall impact on Colorado is the connections I made. It's the people I met. Like 129 episodes of Goat Talk, over 300 music videos. I've done probably 30 episodes of What's Good. Those are all individual people. Those are all new connections. Those are all people who've connected me to other people. Like my web is growing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My web is tremendous. I guarantee everybody in this state knows someone who knows me or my work.
Yeah.
And that's like, and that just comes from me working. You know what I mean? So that's VICUALS' overall impact. If they don't know the logo, they know the name. If they don't know the name, they know Goat Talk. They know What's Good. They know something related to what I've built.
Right.
By myself, I would say.
Yeah. So what do you enjoy most about content creation, and how has that influenced your decision to create your own VICUALS app that's now available for people to download both on iOS and Android devices?
Hey, good promo, hell yeah. That is, so what was the first part again? Because I got through all about the promo. The promo was so good. The promo was so good.
Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man. But so I was basically asking, you know, what do you enjoy most about content creation, and how has that influenced your decision to create your own VICUALS app?
What I enjoy most about content creating is really taking a thought and bringing it to life.
Yeah.
I've done that shit so many times, it's ridiculous. Just a random thought in my head. Like I've uploaded a short reel. By the time this come out, it probably been like a month ago. But I've uploaded a short reel recently. Like I want people to feel my emotion just by my facial expressions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I be doing a little acting too. But put a little blood on my face, put a little blood on my nose, and just get in front of the camera and just show emotion. And it's not like over dramatic, like super screaming and crying. Just show subtle emotion to make people feel and put the right music behind it. So, and that made people feel. People were really reacting to that shit, and it's like, damn, like, what, you good? Like, I'm straight. But what I enjoy most about content creating is just taking an idea and bringing that shit to life, man.
Yeah.
Like using the tools and resources I have just to make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
So I love that shit. There's nothing like it. It's art. You know what I'm saying? I love creating. And it influenced the app because I wanted something unique to where all my work went to, like all my work went to one place that people can go find it. And I'm gonna be the first videographer out here with an app. So it's like, hey Mario, build me an app. And they click on the app, it's all my work. It's like my whole resume. Instead of motherfuckers be like, hey, show me your work before I book this video. Hey, download my app. They be like, ooh, yo, app.
You got an app?
This nigga got an app.
You feel me?
I just, that shit really took me to the next level. And Mario's actually in the process of rebuilding the app, putting it on a different, like, I guess background database or some Mario smart shit that I don't know. He's like, hey, it's gonna be down for a while. I'm about to rebuild it. Just don't trip. Yeah. But he basically making the app better and faster and more expansive and probably look a little different and just more special. So the app is just, no one else got the app. No one can go to. It's probably people with an app by now, but I know I was the first. Like Soulja Boy, I was the first videographer with an app out here.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure like that it was just something different, something new, and it really helped my marketing.
Oh yeah,
you got an
sure.
app? I'm booking you. Like, you got an app? That shit is crazy. Then there's people hit me up like, bro, I've been on this app all day just watching videos. I don't know none of these motherfuckers, but I bet this app is the truth. Like, that's what it's for.
So in addition to you content creating and creating the original app, you've also now created original shows to go along with the app. Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about what those shows are and why those shows were created.
All right, so we'll start with Goat Talk because we kind of already talked about it. Goat Talk is a performance platform that I started with Street Nerds Radio. My nigga DJ Guess Who. We was in Texas. We was watching the Ghost Mic performances. You know what I'm saying? Where they hang in the mic, and he was like, bro, the city needs that. And I was like, I agree, the city needs that. And let's just put our own spin on it and make it look like no one else's.
Yeah.
So we linked up with Andre Tremaine, who ran 85 Studios. 85 Studios has since shut down.
Wow.
But,
I said, wow. When did that happen?
This happened probably almost a month ago, but knowing Andre, he gonna bounce back and rebuild some dope shit, and we gonna link back up and get right back to work. You know what I'm saying? And if I can help Andre build the next chapter of 85 Studios, that's what I want to do, because he's been solid since day. Shout out to Andre and Candace. They've been solid since day one. Like the first days I met them, since the last time I seen them, they've been solid. I never had no problems with them. They've always been down. Like 85 Studios has fucking made Go Talk. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for 85 Studios, this shit would have been a struggle. Yeah. So yeah, we went to 85 Studios. It was me, Dre, and DJ Guess Who. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where I was doing like most of the booking, the shooting, the editing, like all that. So me and Guess Who decided that, you know what I'm saying, it's better that I take 100% ownership and control. So it was me doing all the booking and shooting anyway. So I just took control. I rebranded it a little bit, you know, spiced up the logo a little bit, changed the mic, made it solid gold, just advanced the look, and it just attracted way more people. Yeah. It just looked crisp. You know, I started shooting in 4K, like all that little shit. And you know, Andre, being Andre, he was the host. So his facility, and me and him, we just launched that motherfucker to the stratosphere to make it the best, the #1 platform out here. Like you gonna get on Go Talk, motherfuckers is gonna see you. They like, you dropping a Go Talk? Oh hell yeah! Like this the people, like even when I tell people like, yeah, I do Go Talk with the gold mic, like yeah, it's the gold mic. Oh nigga, that's true. Like it became something. Like it's probably my most successful original show. Yeah. But then what's good, Casual Convo, is this show, I'm usually on the other side of the camera doing this shit. I don't never get to talk this much. So I am talking, nigga. Like I am talking. I never get to talk this much. But yeah, I'm usually in the chair that Jovan's in, and it's an interview platform, and it's really centered more on positivity. Like, because there's a lot of there's a lot of interview platforms like DJ Vlad. I hope DJ Vlad don't try to send Illuminati after me or somebody. But I mean, I hope he don't send the black suits at me. But it's like, it's just a bunch of platforms that just talk about negative shit all the time. Yeah. Back in '93, you got arrested for murder, and I don't give a fuck. What are you doing positive? You know what I'm saying? Let's have fun. Let's laugh. You know. So what's good is literally what's good, not what's bad, not what's hood. What's good? Like what's good with you? What's going on? Yeah. And that's all it is. It's just me sitting down, conversating with people, interesting people doing interesting shit. Most of the time it's artists, but this season has been more entrepreneurs, and I put a focus on powerful black women. If y'all didn't know this in this season, this is the season finale, so y'all ain't gonna see this episode till y'all seen all the other ones. Yeah. But I put emphasis on powerful black women who making a difference out here. But it's just really about positivity. And Brand Bosses it's a business platform where I interview business owners. That's in being rebuilt, because we're gonna make them quicker. And you know what I'm saying, more like an MTV Cribs type thing, where we go into businesses, give them a quick profile, what they do, you know what I'm saying, where to find them. It's like basically a extended commercial through Brand Bosses. Throw that up on YouTube. $100.16s is Asha Renee's platform that started off as my platform, where I was rapping with the black and white screen. You know what I'm saying? I was dropping them like 3 times a week. Now Asha drops once a week. She drops a reel. She drops it on TikTok. She drops it on motherfucking YouTube Shorts. Like $100.16s. Stay on the lookout for them. We up to week 6. She drops a brand, like it's a fresh song. It's a fresh verse every time. It's like shit you never heard before every time. It's not songs you can find online. It's like you gotta watch the $100.16s to get that sound. And the last one, the newest one, is the Inside Job podcast, where I'm just producing it. I'm not hosting it, but I built the branding around it. I record and I edit every episode of the podcast. It features Nate interviewing interesting people who've been through some things. And a lot of times it's centered around like healing. You know what I'm saying? It's Inside Job, healing and healed inside out. Yeah. So it's like some real deep stories with some real prominent people. She's had doctors on there, and like just so that's the newest show. And we working on some other shit that I ain't gonna give y'all the name of, but it's gonna be a car show. and it's gonna be a food show that's coming, and it's gonna be a wrestling show too. So by the end of this year, one of them will be out. By the end of next year, all three of them will be out, on top of all the other shows. And I'm doing this by myself.
Nice. This dude's a busy man. He's a very busy man.
I don't get to talk like this, man. I don't get to talk like this.
So let me know a little bit about, like, which shows have you enjoyed the most being a part of and why?
Go Talk.
Okay.
Go Talk, because I get to meet a new, unique individual every damn time. And sometimes it'd be sessions where there's 10 artists waiting to perform. So all them artists get to mingle and network, and every event, every shoot turns into a networking event naturally, because all these artists is in one building, and it's never been like no drama there or nothing like that. Everybody just come and perform and shake hands and swap IGs, and there's been so many times where two artists met for the first time at a Go Talk shoot, and they got a song came out together, a song and video, and there's been one where two artists came together and they did a song together, and I shot the video. So it was just that shit right there is special. It's like connecting Colorado in a different way behind the scenes. That's so culture. If you ain't got a Go Talk, get a Go Talk. If not for the sake of getting the episode, for the sake of the people that you might not know who in there, who gonna be there, come get a Go Talk, for real. It's only $150. And as this platform go up, you're gonna go up. Because once this shit pop, they're gonna come back and watch all those episodes. And you will never know. So it's a $150 investment that is well worth it. And a lot of people, it's their first time in front of a camera as an artist. So Go Talk is special. That's probably been my most enjoyable experience out of VICUALS in general.
Yeah.
I did shoot VICUALS with the 3 X's in the middle. It was some adult content with some strippers. That was fun. That was enjoyable. But more consistently enjoyable is Go Talk.
Yeah. So who are some of your dream collaborations, both artists and business, and why?
Artists and business. So music and business?
Yeah.
All right, shit. I'll go business first. I dream of having a collaboration with Go Talk, with either the Core DJs, the DJ Coalition, BET, MTV. I want to collaborate Go Talk with something big that could put Go Talk on the next level. That could put mainstream artists on Go Talk. So like a sponsorship or an endorsement or a partnership with Go Talk, one of these big institutes out here, you know what I'm saying? One of these big institutions, one of these big companies out here will be crazy. But that's going to come. I'm going to keep working till I get that, or I'm going to keep working till I surpass that and don't even know it, that I don't even need it no more. If that makes sense. So that's my collaboration when it comes to businesses, Go Talk. And, you know, shooting a movie. You know, I want to be on a movie set. You know what I'm saying? Either directing, handling the camera, acting, because I can act. I'm a hell of a voice actor. Like, I can act. But those are the dream collaborations when it comes to business. Music, I got this song, like, I can't get out of my head. And the crazy thing is I don't hear the song, but it's like an idea. Like this, I want a song with a Rick Ross and Al Green. Al Green on the hook, you know, singing the vocals. First verse me, second verse Rick Ross, maybe third verse half him, half me. Yeah. Al Green closing it out. Like that is something about that. This on some soulful hip hop shit. Then if I was to do like a hood collaboration, I'd love to do a song with Tanner and Pac-Man the Gunman on some East Side gangster shit. That'd be a nice collaboration. Pac-Man from All Money In. He one of Nip's artists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that'd be, but that's obtainable. Yeah. That's obtainable. That's a very attainable goal. Rick Ross and Al Green, that's gonna be attainable in the long run. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Al Green. I don't know if he's doing new songs. Yeah. But should I get Al Green a sample? He cleared. Right. Come through, Al Green. Come through. I got a lot of collaborations I love. I would love to do like a song with me first verse, Rod Wave on the hook, and Young Buck on the second verse. Yeah. Because Young Buck is a monster. He's been slept on since his G-Unit days. He's been consistently been putting out quality music. Yeah. So I got a lot of them. Shit. Alina Barres, I want to do a song with her. That'd be crazy. I want to do a song with Asha and EME. You know what I'm saying? EME's Afrobeat artist out here. He was Bell Sae. He did an episode of Go Talk, but he's EME now. So us 3 on the song would be crazy. That's obtainable. Yeah. I could inbox him. I mean, I can call Asha, but I could inbox him like, hey, that's obtainable.
Yeah.
I got a lot of dream collaborations when it comes to music.
Yeah, there's so many out there.
I'm not done making music.
So let us know a little bit about in what way has the VICUALS brand impacted the entire Ruby Jean legacy?
It turned it up, because shit, for forever Ruby Jean was just music and clothes. Yeah. So it was easy to kind of to overlook it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just another dude out here doing music. You know, he got a dope concept. Got another person out here doing clothes. His clothes is dope, but what else is there? You know what I mean?
Right.
VICUALS elevated the whole shit. VICUALS came in and like really strapped a rocket to Ruby Jean and Ruby Jean clothing. They all just kind of snowballed off each other. Mm-hmm. I started promoting Ruby Jean clothing with video, VICUALS video. You know what I'm saying? Like all my commercials and shit I shot. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I started shooting my own music. I started shooting other artists, you know what I'm saying, under the VICUALS brand. Like, let me give you a VICUALS contract, a VICUALS deal. Yeah. And that shit was successful.
Nice.
So VICUALS elevated the other two in shit, tremendous ways.
Yeah. All right, so transitioning into the last stretch of the interview, let's talk a little bit about your personal life and who Vic is outside of being a business mogul in life and a social media influencer. Fill us in a little bit about who Vic is.
They don't want to know that.
They want to know it.
Oh,
they want to know it, man.
I am a bad man. No. Shit, who am I? I'm gonna be honest. I have no life outside of this.
Yeah.
I'm still finding myself. I don't know who I am. And that's as honest as I could. That's as honest as I could be. If I didn't have this shit, I don't know who I would be. I'll be broken. You know what I'm saying? I'll be empty. I'll be pointless. Like, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I'll be worthless. So who am I outside of this? Alone. You know what I'm saying? Maybe vulnerable. You know, self-conscious, second guessing myself. But when I have this, when I'm working on this, like I'm undefeated. I can't be beaten. You know, I'm unstoppable when I'm working on this.
Yeah.
When I'm working on these goals and these businesses, is like, that's who I am. My identity is laced in these businesses because I don't have a personal life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, this is my personal activity of the day. This interview, it's what I'm doing personally today, but it's still business. You know what I mean? It's still promoting the brand. It's still elevating. Like, so I don't have a life outside of this. So I don't know who I am. That's something I'm kind of scared to find out. Yeah. Because when I go a couple days without this, it get real dark.
Yeah, it's a rough path, because ultimately when you go without the purpose, you find God, you know. You know, faith in life, you know, our true identity from our Creator. Once that comes, you know, then, you know, it's so easy for us to find new identity, new purpose within our purpose, you know, and find new creations, new ways that we can become bigger and impact at a bigger level, you know. And like how you talk, you know, about the inside job, you know, things like that. That's where that comes in. It's like, you know, at that point, you know, none of our careers, none of anything matters anymore. You know, it's just like, who is the person and what's the person actually enduring in their real life? Right. What's the mental health like? You know, what's the heart posture like? You know, and things like that. You know, so it can definitely be like a dark path in life. You know, I made a video recently about, you know, how when you're planted in the ground, it's very similar to a person that's buried, but the same place of your burial is the same place of your destiny. It's where God begins to build your identity and who you were created to be, and he begins to, you know, give you roots, you know, that will last forever. So when you come to the top, you sprout out that ground, you know, you will know who you are outside of the business, outside of, you know, the accolades, you know, outside of people's praise and people's hate and things like that,
heavily,
you know, so
heavily anchored.
Because you were birthed in darkness,
right?
You know, and you came to the light knowing who you are outside of all of it, because you were alone when you were planted. So
look, and that's why I'm still growing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I haven't found out. Like I said, I'm scared to find out. Yeah. But it's definitely a path I'm definitely going to take, because it's inevitable. You can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm trying to avoid it. It's just work is my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I look forward to finding out that aspect of me.
Yeah.
Because that's going to make me even more scarier.
Yeah.
When I know who I am outside of what you see.
Yeah. So speaking on that, what are some things that you actually value in life?
Respect.
Respect. Okay.
Respect over everything. I value respect. I value family. I value friendship.
Yeah.
I value creations, you know, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I value art. I value money's like last. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most precious thing to me in my life right now, I will be honest, is my niece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think she's 6 months now.
Yeah.
That's the
just
most
came in.
That's the most precious. That's my favorite person in the world. That's the most. That's everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even with her, gotta do a photo shoot. You know, gotta do a photo shoot. Like, I gotta create with her, because she's my favorite person in on this earth right now.
Yeah. So, what are some of your personal goals in your personal life that you want to accomplish before it's all said and done?
Personal goals, like nothing business related, nothing content creation or nothing.
Yeah.
Personal goals. Last time I was at the doctor, I was 307. I want to get to 289. No. So a weight goal. I want a wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I need a wife right now, but I want a wife. I want a wife, not a girlfriend, not a bitch, a wife.
Yeah.
A wife that would do wife roles. You know what I'm saying? Not that ratchet shit. Not that sometimes I want to be out. Not that sometimes I want to fulfill my role. I want a wife that constantly fulfills her role, and I know that's going to require me to be a husband that constantly fulfills his role. Yeah. That's why I'm constantly building myself up, because once I get that wife, she ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I want a son or a daughter, whatever God bring me, you know what I mean? I want a family. I want a legacy. I want to be able to shut this shit out and just go sit on the couch with my family and watch a Disney movie and just tune out the world, because all is good. We have a house. We have money in the bank. We have our cars outside. You know what I'm saying? We have our faith. We have our family. We have our little pit bull right there. We have everything. Yeah. I'm waiting for that motherfucking Hallmark moment. Yeah. The day, like, for real, like, the day I could walk into my house that I bought, house, condo, however, whatever it is, my wife's there, my child's there, my puppy's there, and we're sitting on the couch and we're watching a movie and all is well. I feel like I made it. That's my ultimate goal. Yeah. That right there. If that moment happened tomorrow, I made it. If that moment don't happen till I'm 50, I'm gonna keep striving to it, striving for it, because that's what I want. That's fulfillment. Yeah.
So I was going to ask you in the next question, what are some things that a woman must bring to the table in order for you to feel secure enough to marry her?
Respect. Yeah. Respect. And respect it covers a lot of shit.
A lot of ground.
Oh, like a lot. Just respect me. You wouldn't do this if you respected me. You wouldn't talk to me this way. Yeah. If you respected me. You wouldn't hide certain things from me if you respected me. You know what I'm saying? You would come to me about certain shit to get my approval as your partner, as your leader. Yeah. If you know what I'm saying, if you respect me. Right. So we will have and of course I dish out probably way too much respect. When I got a girl, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm teddy bear, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, respect me, because teddy bear can turn into a grizzly. Because once you on me, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you cut and you done, it's like you get a side of me that will never flip back over. That coin never flips back over. Yeah. That light switch never turns back on. That grizzly never goes back to teddy. You know what I mean? But ultimate thing that a woman could bring to the table is respect, because that'll cover every other basis or every other problem that may arise. If you respect your man, if you respect Vic, you wouldn't do certain shit. And Vic respects his woman and would never do certain shit.
Yeah. Plain
and simple. So RESPECT.
Find out what it means to me,
bitch.
That's funny. But now leaning into the last question about your personal life, putting you on the spot.
Oh shit.
This one ain't gonna put you on the spot too much, but you know.
I don't give a fuck, let's do it.
What's the best advice you've ever received in life, and how has that advice changed the entire course of your life forever?
Not even advice. It's something someone told me. Uncle Bob told me, they love you. What are you doing? And that
resonated.
Because we was having a conversation where Uncle Bob, R.I.P. Uncle Bob was everything. Uncle Bob was like a fucking, he was the wise man. He was everything. But I was having a conversation with him. I was kind of showing like I was self-conscious. I was questioning my mission. I was, you know what I'm saying? Things ain't working how I wanted to work. This elephant ain't taking off how I want it. This victual shit is slowing up. I'm going weeks out. Like at a time without making no bread. And it's like, should I go get a job? And they love you. What is you doing?
Yeah.
And that's literally all it took.
Yeah.
Like, damn. But then it didn't resonate right there. It was maybe, I think it was at his house when he said that. Got back here like, hey, I love you, what is you doing? And I start like just looking at my interactions online with people. It's never negative. So many people hit me up like, man, you inspire me, and you know, all this good shit. It's like, they love you, what is you doing? You fumbling this bag.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers love you. They watch you go from here to here, but you still trying to get to here, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they love you, what is you doing? Like, I'm about to show you. And Uncle Bob's gone now, so I hope I'm showing him.
Oh yeah, you definitely are, bro. I can tell you as another person in your life that love you, bro, and you know, love what you do, bro. You know, you're doing things that, you know, it takes people years to even make up their mind to at least do one thing.
Yeah.
We just had a whole conversation about all of these different projects, different businesses, different original shows, and just things like that. And when you get to the root of it, it's all about your heart. Like, you have a heart that wants to help people, and because you have that heart that wants to help people, you're willing to step out of that place where you said you were at, where it's like, I don't know who I am outside of this, but you know what, I'm gonna try to give some piece about me to everybody else around me, to empower them to, you know, do the same in life, to step out, chase your dream.
Maybe that's who I am.
Yeah.
Maybe that's who I am. Favor.
Yeah.
A giver. Maybe that's it. Everything I do, bro, is centered around putting other people in the spotlight.
Yeah.
That's why this is so uncomfortable right now, because I'm supposed to be on the other side. Someone else is supposed to be in this chair.
Yeah.
Because everything I do is, I want to put the light on someone else. Look at this person, they're amazing. Look at this person, they're amazing. Don't look at me, I don't want no credit. Look at this person, they amazing. So maybe that's who I am. I always been that way too. Like, shit, I only got a sandwich left, but here you can have half of it.
You feel
know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
it.
And like, I ain't tripping. Like, as long as you got some, like, I just want people to win. And maybe that's who I am. But I'm still trying to find it. Maybe that's just a piece of who I am.
Yeah.
Like I said, once I find it, it's gonna get real dangerous around here. In a good way, it's gonna get dangerous.
Yeah. Once you can pinpoint that one thing, because, you know, you've already got the true essence of what life is to love your neighbor as you love yourself, you know. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's so important that, you know, we pour into each other, you know, that we build each other up, because that's what life's about, you know. If we're not pouring into each other, we have no purpose. Man's purpose from the beginning was to always serve.
Yeah.
It was always to serve. you know, and if we're not able to serve, we're not able to, you know, give a piece of ourselves, our mission will never be complete, you know. So, you know, you're completing that mission right now, man, and, you know, I truly believe, bro, you know, God's going to continue to do great, amazing things in your life, bro, as time goes on. You know, everything's going to work back full circle. I think it's just going to have to come to a point where everything kind of slows down in a way for you, just in your own personal mind, your heart, everything, your spirit, where, you know, once everything slows down and you're in the position that in the beginning, when Vic started off, he wanted to reach a certain position.
And I'm in that shit right now.
And now it's like, you know, being in that position where, you know, you got all the money you want, the businesses are taking care of themselves. You don't got to be so hands-on. Yeah. Like you said, the Thanos moment, sitting down, you know, retired, killed, you know. It's like when you hit that moment, I believe that's where, you know, you can reach a point where you feel grounded enough to, you know, begin that soul searching and, you know, who am I? You know, what do I do now? What's the next chapter of my journey? You know, what do I have left to give? You know, what does that look like?
I never run out of shit to give. Yeah. And I've learned that I never run out.
Yeah.
I never run out. My cup is never empty. I might say that shit a lot, but my cup is never empty.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Overflow.
All overflow.
Man.
And I'm pouring from an overflowing cup, and it just, the water, whatever I'm pouring, it just never goes down.
You feel me?
It's like I constantly give, and like, yeah, I'm not running out of steam. I might complain. I might have my days like, motherfuckers don't fuck with me. They just use me and shit. But it's like, let me help you still.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. That's what I do.
And that's what qualifies you to be a great leader, a great husband one day, you know, is, you know, you're a provider.
Yeah.
You're somebody that is trustworthy. You're somebody that stands on their word. You're somebody that shows up to work every single day, whether you feel like it or not.
Right.
You're reliable. Yeah. You're a protector, you know, and, you know, that's what you have to take away is so many things that make up who you are, man. But I'll say for myself personally, you know, one thing I've taken away from having a relationship with you over the years is your heart, man. You know, that's what stands out more than anything is the way that you show up for people. You know, it's like no matter what, you come through. When I was going through my hard time last year, you know, moving out my apartment, you know, barely had any money to be able to get my storage. You know, the money I didn't have, you helped me out, you know. And, you know, that was a blessing from God. You know, you drove me to those apartments, you know, so I can go apply, and you reassured me like Uncle Bob reassured you, you know, everything's going to be all right, bro. You going to get it. Even though I didn't, I still got it in my heart, you know, and that helped me so much in my time of need, my time of going through what I was going through. So, bro, it's your heart above everything else, you know. That's what you wear on your sleeve. That's what you wear in everything you do. And we can see it in the legacy that you've built with Ruby Jean, you know. Yeah. Ruby Jean, the name, the company is already built on somebody other than yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's your heart for somebody else. It's a legacy you built off of what the impact of what somebody else left behind for you. So I think that means everything, bro, when it comes to the landscape of what your legacy is going to be when it's all said and done. You know, your heart.
My nigga. My nigga. I needed that.
You feel me?
I needed that.
This is the last episode.
I needed
of
that.
What's good,
man. It's gonna be gone for a while. Season 2. Season 3 gonna be lit, but it's gonna be gone for a while. And everybody's been like, "You need to do an interview, man." And I'm like, man, I'm on that side of the camera.
Man,
don't worry about me. This is about you. But I need some water after that one, my nigga.
Man. But now that we're at the last part of the interview, where you usually ask your guests 10 random questions on the fly.
Yep.
So with that being said, the first question I have for you is, in life, which role do you embrace the most? The villain role or the good guy role?
The villain role, and I'll tell you why. I'm known as a good guy, but good guys tend to get pushed over, used up, ran through. So when I get my chance to be the villain, and I know I'm right, and I know I stood my ground, you know what I'm saying, for a good reason, it don't matter what the fuck you say about me standing my ground, and I know I was right, and you deep down know you was wrong. You just used to me being a good guy to push over, and I could be the villain one time in your story. I embrace that shit. Yeah, I'll be the bad guy, cause you ain't about to keep doing me wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a good guy, but you know what I'm saying? I love being the bad guy, especially when I'm right. Yeah. So really, am I the villain? No, I'll say I'm the villain. I'll be the villain.
Okay. So to your haters, you say?
Thank you.
And to your supporters, you say?
Thank you.
What's your favorite style of food?
Nigga. Baked chicken. Okay. I don't know what style that is. That might be soul food, but
I think that's just Mom Duke's kitchen.
Mom Duke's chicken, nigga. If you can cook some fucking fire ass baked chicken, you know what I'm saying? You halfway to the wife.
That's where it's at.
You halfway there, or some chicken lasagna. You halfway there.
You in the game. Or what's your guilty pleasure in life?
This is about to go left. I like eating.
Okay.
I'm a fat boy, and I like eating. I like eating.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, I like eating. Yeah.
What's something you've always wanted to try in your life? Fatherhood. Okay. So what would you do if you weren't an entrepreneur in life?
I'd probably be a father by now. I'd probably be working, probably driving a CVO truck or a warehouse somewhere. And that shit I described earlier, that fantasy moment of walking in my house and my wife and my kid and my dog, that would already happen. Mm-hmm. I'm just taking the long way. I'm going the back way around to that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The more secure way. To me, the more secure way. Yeah. But I feel like I would just be a working man with a wife and a child and my dog and my house already. I've been had that.
Yeah. So speaking of fantasy, what movie describes your life?
Fuck. What movie describes my life?
Yeah, that's a question. Mm-hmm.
Thicker Than Water.
Thicker Than Water.
Thicker Than Water is a hood movie with Fat Joe and Mac 10. It's like a hood movie. Yeah. But like the premise of the movie was they was from different sides, and they clashed. And the first time Fat Joe gave Mac 10 a pass because they was gonna kill him. Then another situation arose where Mac 10 gave Fat Joe a pass to return the favor. They ended up like selling dope together and being kingpins together, and they ended up fighting their own gangs to protect their brotherhood. So they ended up going against their own people to protect their brotherhood, and they was locked in forever. And I relate that to my life because I have a culture. Well, we have this culture that we grew up in. You know what I'm saying? And at times, I want to entrench in that culture, but at the same time, I want to entrench in this entrepreneur, clean cut, hello, I'm Victor culture. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, I'll fight them. You know what I'm saying? I go back and forth with them motherfuckers, and I found a way to blend both. I became a clean cut entrepreneur, sort of clean cut, but I didn't lose my hood edge, and I'm blending them together, and I'm fighting everyone from both sides. Yeah. Clean cut entrepreneurs say I should act like them. Gangster niggas from the east side who I grew up with, like all the Crips, I love y'all. They say I should act like them. Yeah. I stuck to myself. I blended both them things together, and I became my own man. Now, everybody from the hood fuck with me. Everybody from the fucking clean cut people fuck with me. Like the businesses, the corporations, they fuck with me. I could walk in any room and it's love from the gangsters and the gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Because I stayed locked into myself. Yeah. So it had the same happy ending. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If that made sense to the audience.
Oh yeah, I think it makes sense. It makes sense to me at least.
Shit, that's all that matters. You the interview.
You feel me?
Shit. Somebody gonna feel it.
So speaking on movies, who plays you in the film?
The nigga that played Biggie. Malcolm Jamal.
Malcolm Jamal.
Yeah,
Okay.
the dude who played Biggie, and I think the kid version of me be played by my nephew Bubba. That nigga.
Nice. Yeah.
Bubba played it. Bubba played
just
kid
like
be.
you.
Yeah, he just light skinned.
Yep.
I was lighter. Shit. Yeah, Bubba would be little me, and Biggie, the imposter or actor would be adult me.
That would be dope.
That should be lit. And I'll probably direct a movie because it's VICUALS, bitch.
Right. And you got to be the one to tell your own story ultimately.
I'm gonna write a book.
Man, got to.
I'm gonna write a book. Before I die, I'm gonna write a book.
A few of them.
Because I could write a book up to now, but it's so much good shit that's about to happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some more blank pages around this bitch.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fill them up.
So, final question, number 10.
Damn.
The biggest question of them all.
Okay.
What's your biggest dream in life?
In life?
In life. The biggest dream. That one thing above all things that you want out of this life. The biggest dream.
I already said it twice before. It's the same thing. Walking in that house, my wife, my child, my dog, my car is paid for, my house is nice. There's money in the bank, we secure, and we sitting on the couch watching a Disney movie.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
That's it.
Whatever it takes to get there, that's my dream. The wife is interchangeable, whoever that is, you know what I'm saying? Wherever the house is, whatever the cars is, because, you know, dream cars change by the year. I wanted a box Chevy again, now I want a G-Wagon. I wanted an Impala, I got the Impala outside. So all those parts are interchangeable, but the ultimate goal is the wife, the child, the dog, the house, financially secure, sitting on the couch watching a motherfucking Disney movie. And I promise, nigga, when I achieve that, I'm gonna send you the picture first.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna take a picture. I'm gonna send you the picture first. I'm gonna send Joe Val the picture first. Mark my words. Then I'm gonna post that motherfucker like my dream came true.
Man.
Like, and nothing else don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is all I wanted: security, love, respect, family of my own. You know what I'm saying? That I built.
Yeah.
A fucking junior running around. Can you imagine a little
Man,
bit?
imagine that.
A little badass. He probably won't be bad. He'll probably be all shy. But
man,
that's my ultimate dream.
That's love, bro.
Yeah.
So with that will conclude this interview.
Damn.
This is now your opportunity to look into the camera and talk your shit.
Talk my shit.
Whatever you want to say to the people, let it be said now.
Damn. See, I knew this part was coming, and I had some shit planned. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I talked about shit throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
But talking my shit.
Man, talk your shit, bro.
It's crazy that I think to think that I would have a problem like talking my shit. I don't ever talk my shit.
Man.
Okay. I'm gonna be the greatest creator to ever live.
Talk your shit.
Like, for real.
Talk your shit.
It don't matter if it's movies, fucking videos, pictures. Vic Carter, VICUALS Multimedia would be the greatest ever. Ever. The most legendary, the most impactful. Bigger than Universal Studios. We coming for Tyler Perry Studios spot. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
We want to be the biggest in the world. I want to be the billionaire CEO that y'all don't see no more, that y'all just remember from this stage of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to be the biggest ever. Musically, I still feel like I'm one of the top rappers in this region, probably in the country, because I'm one of the most original. No one sounds like me. No one talks how I talk. No one says the shit that I say because they worry about their image. Mm-hmm. That's music-wise. Clothing line-wise, we transitioning to Ruby Jean Coat Company. We're going to be the new North Face. You know, North Face, the company. We're coming for that spot. That's the lane we're going in with that. We're going to be the greatest. Shit, what else?
Talk your shit.
Look, I'm gonna talk about Asha. She's gonna be the dopest, most successful female artist to come out of this state. She's really Lauryn Hill. She's really Erykah Badu. She's really MC Light. She's not that trashy shit that these women be doing. They do be doing trashy ass, bullshit ass rap, just like the men. But she's gonna be the greatest artist to come out of this state. No matter where our paths lead us, whether she go this way and I go that way, or we stick together to the top, she's gonna be the greatest to come out of this state.
Talk your shit.
What else? Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna be the greatest. And that's just, content creation, clothing, music. I'm working on being a better engineer. But once I become a husband, my wife will call me the greatest man to ever live.
Man, talk your shit.
That's it. That's it.
And in the great words of the great wise man, Paul Heyman, that's not a prediction.
That's a spoiler.
This was a good conversation, casual conversation, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Stay blessed.